Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Welcome back to a new topic. Today I would like to talk about love for all, hatred for none. In Vietnamese, it means yêu thương tất cả, không oán hận một ai. This topic is similar to a Buddhist topic as compassion and wisdom. But when we talk, we use the expressions love for all, hatred for none. I think that Islamic people understand well because it is a motto of a religion of Islam, you know. About Islam, I used to learn last 20 years ago. What Islam is mean a love of peace, a love of peace. So it's so peacefully, so that, you know, the expression love for all, hatred for none is a promotion of Islamic leaders during 20th century. And become a common in Islamic people, and very close to a Buddhist teachings based on compassion and wisdom, and also close to a Theravada text, especially in Dhammapadas, that's number 3, number 4, and word number 5. And for me, you know, it makes sense to me, and it's touched my heart, because I think that, you know, if doesn't have the different teachings of different religions, just maybe our world cannot preserve. So all religions shape the world. Yeah. So come to prove that the topic love for all, hatred for none. In the Dhammapadas, the way of purification, the Buddha talk in the word number 3 and number 4, you know, regarding to retaliations, or regarding to revenge does not lead to peace. Yeah, in Pali, term like this. Akochi nang awa. Akochi mang awati mang. Achini mang aha sime. Ye tang opanna yahanti. Verang te sang na sammati. Akochi mang awati mang. Achini mang aha sime. Ye tang na opa nayahanti. Verang te so pasamati. Meaning in English, he abused me, he beats me, he defeated me, he robbed me. In those who harbor such thoughts, hatred is not appears. In contrast, he abused me, he beats me, he defeated me, he robbed me. In those who do not harbor such thought, hatred is appeased. So both of these verse in the Dharma Patas is give me a lesson. So it's like, please think positively and forget the past, especially one who treat bad to us. And for this verse, the Buddha also taught in stories, the stories of the old man who retired this to Venerable Tissa. The Buddha said, Tissas. The Buddha talks about the stories of Tissas. According of the Buddha had become bhikkhus only his old age. He liked to pose as a senior bhikkhus. Yeah. A senior bhikkhus is mean seniorities of monks is cultivated from the terms of higher ordinations, Pali term upasampada, and not by chronological age, and was very pleased when visiting bhikkhus, asked his permission to do some service for him. On the other hand, he failed to pay due respect to the senior bhikkhus. Besides, he often quarreled with the younger bhikkhus. Should anyone rebuke him on account of his behaviors, he would go complaining to the Buddha, weeping very much dissatisfied and very upset. The Buddha, who understood the positions advised Tissas to change his behaviors and not to harbor thoughts of hatred against anyone for anyone, for hatred could not be eradicated by not harboring hatred. The Buddha said it was not the first time teachers had been obstinate. He had also been obstinate in a previous life. The Buddha then revealed that in one of his past existence, Tejas had been an obstinate ascetic by the names of Tevala. As a result of a misunderstanding, he caused a very holy religious teachers, in spite of the interventions and persuasions of the king, to seek the pardons of the religious teachers. Teva refused to do so. Finally, the king had to physically force him to seek the pardons of the religious teachers. See? You know, according to both of the Pali word in the ways of purification, please remember the way they treat us is their karmas. But when we react to them, is our own. So that love and peace we can believe in. So I just want to discuss a little bit on the capacity or the ability to forget, you know, the bad thing that other people treat to us. It may easy to say, but it's much hard to apply in daily life. You know, it much depends on our wisdom. So the social wise man can easily apply this term to their reliance it may suitable for a wise man. So try to become a wise man in this impermanent world and live beyond the hatred. Live beyond the hatred. I really love this topic, love for all, hatred for none. And now continue to the older verse. Verse number 5 is about the angels is conquered by love. See? So love can cure all kinds of state of mind. Even the angels of mind also can be cured by love. This verse number 5, the Buddha said, Nahi verena verani sammantitha kutha chanang averena cha sammanti esa thammo sanantano. One again. Nahi verena varani sammantitha kutha chanang avena cha samanti esa thammo sanantano. Meaning, hatred never cease through hatred in this world. True love alone they cease. This is an internal law. One again. Hatred never cease through hatred in this world. True love alone they cease. This is an internal law. Okay? Please learn the internal laws to live this life with love and peace. Especially, try not to be self-hatred and return to your home, the homes of your own love and peace. Only you are qualified to love yourself. Don't expect other people to love you. If you cannot love yourself, at least don't be a self-hater. And belong to the word number 5, the anxious is conquered by love. The Buddha also talks about a story of Kalayakinis. That is, goes around the name, the subtopic, the bitter pure, the bitter pure to water's existence. So one, there lives a householder who was barren, being unable to bear the child and oppressed that she would be mistreated by her husband and her mother-in-law. She herself selected and arranged for her husband to marry another woman. But on two occasions, as soon as she knew the second wife was pregnant, the barren wife gave her food mixed with drug, causing her to have miscarriage. On her third pregnancy, the fruitful wife kept it to herself without informing the barren wife. But when the latter come to know about it, she is again caused and abortions. Eventually, the second wife dies in childbirth before her death. The unfortunate woman was filled with hatred and vowed vengeance on the barren wife and her future offspring. Thus, the few stated among their later existence, the two were reborn as a hen and a cat, a dog and a leopard, and finally as the daughters of a nobleman in Sarvatis and Outgress. One day, the demon Kalayakini in Pali term was in hot pursuit of the nobleman's daughter and her baby. When the ladies heard that the Buddha was giving a religious discourse at the Chetavana's monastery, she pleaded to him and placed her sons at his feet for protection. The demon was thus prevented from entering the monastery. She was later called in, and both the ladies and the ogress were admonished by the Buddha. The Buddha told them about their past pursuits as rival wives and how they had been harboring hatred towards each other and killing each other offspring through their various lives. They were made to say that hatred could only cause more hatred, and that is could only cease through friendship, understanding, and warrior. Both realized their mistake and on the admonitions of the Buddha made their peace with each other. The Buddha then requested woman to hand over her son to the ogress. Fearing for the safety of her son, she hesitated, but because of her devotion and confidence in the enlightened one, she handed over her son as directed. The child was warmly received by the ogress. After kissing and caressing the child tenderly like her very own son, the ogress handed over the child back to his mother. As a result of this episode, there was much goodwill on both sides. See? Yeah, the end of the story. The story is tell us that if we still remember the hatred and react to other people by our hatred, this kinds of hatred never cease, never rid of. So why the voice happens to this world upon non-stop? Because I think that's because we don't learn much for the theories of love, and we don't know how to love each other. So I just want to conclude that peace can be lived in by love application to each other from all class of our human society. So once again, love for all, hatred for none, and only walk through this way, love for all, hatred for none, and then we could experience the love and peace, and we are able to create our inner peace, or the peace within for us and for our family, and also for our loved one. Much more than that is for our enemies who are treated badly to our life. Remember, the way they treat us is their karma, but when we react to them, it's our own love and peace we can believe in. Namo Buddhaya.